none of our children are safe until all of our children are safe. And that became a very serious mantra of mine for a very long time. But in the last 3 years, I lost 30 kids in 3 years. And I knew that this city had no control and wasn't creating or maintaining programs or assistance that really could create a problem to the issues that I was seeing, working with the kids, watching them use social media to create a new way to gangbang. You know, it used to be block and territory that you could see, you know, product that you could hold, but now it's hashtags. And you're connected by hashtags to the point where 62nd Street in Philadelphia, 62nd Street in Chicago, they're the same game. How is that possible? What is the success in that, other than just to take lives? The mission just to destroy our community.
Oh, 1 second. Why is it not picking up sound? I see one thing.
Dan, which way you want her to focus? You want to look at me? Or?
Yeah, look at you.
Okay. So you go right.
Look, 1 second, I just want to make sure the sound is coming up good.
Okay.
Oh, my mic's unplugged?
I think. It's not hearing you at all.
Can you hear me now?
Let's see. Okay, count to 10 real quick.
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5.
There we go. One more time.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
Yeah. Okay.
You don't have to start over again. I think. Does she have to start over again, Dan?
Yeah, I would just have to start over again just to make sure that it was actually recording.
Okay.
Yeah.
I apologize.
Hey. It was good too.
Okay. Okay.
Try
All
for
right,
again.
we're good.
When I was a little girl in West Philly and there was about to be gun violence, the guys would go down the street and tell everybody to go into the house. And then at nighttime in the 90s, that's when you would hear the shooting and you would duck down and take cover. In the early 2000s, I witnessed my first daylight automatic weapon shooting being done in the faces, being faces that I recognized. And I knew that they knew each other all their lives, like I knew them all their lives. And it was broad daylight. And that was the early 2000s. That's when I knew I had to become, more active in creating a solution to healing this community because I knew it could only get worse. It did. I remember raising my children one morning, waking up to take them to school and having my own porch being blocked off by, caution tape because a 16-year-old boy was murdered or fell to his death on my steps. And turning around at my children, and having to them explain to my babies that we can't go outside right now because something bad happened to somebody. And I knew that my children and the children their ages, they're adults now. They're 22, 24, 26, and they've witnessed a lot and they've lost a lot to the point where I think that we got a community that is almost getting numb to the violence because now when they shoot, we don't duck anymore. We just continue with our day. You know what I mean? If you were frying chicken, you might listen to see if it was close. How close is that? That's 2 blocks, 3 blocks around the corner. If you have someone outside, you might make a call. But most times, you just keep moving. That's how normal it is and normalized in our community. On my way here, I went to go get some breakfast. I couldn't ride down the block. It was blocked off by the police. Why? Another shooting, another life loss. I did youth work for 20 years. In the last 3 years that I was committed to the project of helping the youth of Philadelphia, I lost 30 youth in 3 years to violence. They're gone. When I first started working with adjudicated youth, I would lose kids, so not to going back to jail, and I thought that that was a loss. By the time it got to 2016, I was just happy if they just weren't injured. It was explained to me the fear that they walk around with, the reason why they're shooting, the reason why this is happening is because there's a new way of being together, being a gang, and that is through social media, and they're communicating through each other and uniting for just the only purpose to destroy our community. There's no reason why, like I said, the blocks in the hashtag 62nd Street brings together Chicago, Philadelphia, and any other city where 62nd Street falls in a community that is being impacted by violence. They're connected now. For what gain? There's no financial gain in that. There's a score sheet now. A digital score sheet, a tally. This is a game that these kids are playing, and they feel like they don't have a choice, and they don't know any other options. We need, as a community, to come together and be more attentive to the fact that these are really babies. And now we're at a place where they're much younger. The shooters are much younger. If you're the leader of the gang is 17, 18, I say gang because it's 3 or 4 individuals that are moving together for a criminal mind, not because they might call themselves that, but that is what they are. And he's 16 and he's telling the 11, 12-year-old that you need to take this body because if you do get caught, you don't get life. You get to come home and get back out here. That's the lessons being taught. It's terrifying. We've got to have programs that aim at our babies much younger. We've got to have the community take control of their communities. It's a lot that we need to do for these babies to end the violence.
Okay, why don't these young people have a choice? What's missing?
Information and what is being promoted. We are generations into a culture created around of drugs and violence. It's generational. If all you know, if your dad is incarcerated, your uncles are weird, like it's everyone is teaching you, don't let anyone play in your face. Don't, if someone hits you, hit them back at school. Well, that's counter to the culture that you're sending your kids to. The teachers, that's not what they're teaching. If your kid now responds with violence, they're going to be punished. But the home is teaching initially that violence is met with violence. So if that's what we're teaching, how can we be surprised now that in a world where you can make your own gun off the internet, that it doesn't escalate to that?
Tell me, what choices do you think we can offer our young people specifically? What are some of the things that we can do to curtail this violent behavior?
We got to address the whole home. It can't just be the child, the youth, the active member. We have to, if this child is in your youth program, then we got to go to the home and find out if he's getting fed every day, if the house has hot water. Like all these things that happen with the mother and the father and the grandmother, whoever's in this house affects this child and creates someone who's out here surviving. And if I've worked programs where kids have received gift cards that they have to hide because when they go home, that gift card is taken and it's going to something that's not going to benefit them or the family. So we have to be inside the homes of the children that we serve. We have to be in contact and create, if they don't, whatever deficits that they don't have from the 40 aspects, we got to supply that as community people, as service providers, and see them as the children they are and not the monsters the media is trying to draw them out to be. Because they're babies first. These are scared children. They have witnessed much more than, this is like a war zone to them. They are scarred and so desensitized. They watch the towers blow up in front of them. They've watched things, they've seen beheadings on the internet. They are so desensitized to violence, even in their own community, that we have to let them know that this is not normal. There is another way. And that's it. They just don't know. They don't know about, some kids go to graduate high school in the city of Philadelphia and don't know about FAFSA. They don't know that there's money for them to go to school. They don't know anything. No one's told them anything. They're just flying through the cracks. And the street got them. They're going to pick them up every time.
Yeah, so,
1 second. We gotta go to the other room.
okay.
Yeah, he said that he has the room booked till 3.
Okay.
The other one.
All right, hold on a minute.
Okay.
Before we go, I would like for you to offer something through your artistic milieu, your
Spoken word?
Yes, your spoken word. Give us some of your spoken word.
If loving the black man was against the law, I'd gladly do my time, come out and repeat the crime. I'm feeling cornrows, fades, dreads, even bald heads can holler. I'm looking for a real man and not another brother's dollar. And it's okay if you don't see me, but obviously I need you to recognize that we are royalty. I, you, we can always have an infinite possibility. Loving the black man infinitely.
Wonderful. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
That's a beautiful poem.
Thank you.
I love it. Give me a copy of that. All right. Okay, so we have to go to the
Yeah, we
next.
gotta do space, right?
Yeah.
Alright.
A question, can we do, is it more that needs to be done that we can do in the other room? Or that's not more than anyone else yet?
No, we're good. Are you done?
If you're good, I'm good.
Yeah, did she mention her name though?
No.
All right, just say your name. Just say your name, who you are.
Okay.
We get ready to come out. Just say your name and
Me right now?
Yes, yes.
Malika Lovelace, community activist and youth advocate for the city of Philadelphia.
Wonderful. Thank you.
You guys know,
Mm-hmm.
he booked Studio D. We want to continue shooting.
But I have 1:30.